so that I see all the messages and not just a couple. What's everybody doing tonight? It has been a busy day, a really busy day. All right, let's see. Gotta pop this back, man. Yeah, got a good one there. All right, what's up, Sippy? I see you. We'll let some people get in here, then we'll start telling you about everything that I've been hearing about today, or a lot of what I've been hearing about today. It's been a it's been a crazy one. So we'll start with Rainman, John, Rusty, all of Ray, all the men that were convicted in the Fresno, Sonoma, Salem indictment surrounding Doughboy. So I've noticed somebody actually came in the comments and said, "Hey, are you seeing what's going on? Have you looked at Judge Chen's calendar?" So I went and looked, and it looks like Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday's going to be Merle Hefferman. Thursday's going to be all the rest: John, Rusty, Brian, Rain Man, uh, and Ray. They have hearings coming up. They're open to the public. The way you do that is you go to the federal courthouse in San Francisco's website and go look in the judge's calendar. There should be Zoom links. That's how I do it. At least you go in, you watch through Zoom, or listen through Zoom, and hear the proceedings. I do know. Let me see if I put that picture on this device. I think I did. I do know right there, under it says under seal versus under seal, but they're saying that it's open to the public. John is putting in a motion for joinder, which is basically asking to be put into whatever lawsuit or hearing he's piggybacking, basically, which is what they do in these cases. And then down here under Rainman, a motion hearing and motion to seal. Now I don't know what that's all about, but it is Rainman, so he's through justicereigns.com. Rainman's lawyers are the ones spearheading all of this. They're doing an amazing job, and so whatever motions go in are always going to be going in through Rainman first, basically. You can go to justicereigns.com. That's REIGNS. Buy a T-shirt, donate money. The fight's not over to get them out, or to get Rainman out. The others, it's not going to be so easy because of the Troy incident. But you know, they'll be retried. It looks to me like they're setting up motions for a new trial, which they should, because the man who testified against him, Jojo, perjured himself in a text message to FBI agents. So, if you can't get a retrial on that, where you're, in Rainman's case, the sole convicting witness, which said that he witnessed nothing, which is the weirdest part too. Like, he never said he heard Rayman say anything or do anything. He just, yeah. Yeah, Ray folks. There's two Rays, but yeah, Ray folks is not Rain Man. Two different people, but sorry, Raymond Reddington. What's up, Bo? Oh, already retracting stuff. So anyway, that's Wednesday and Thursday. As you guys could see here, I'll put it back up for a second. We got and that's Merle's up there up at the top. His looks like a 2:30 hearing. I'm gonna be on that day, Wednesday, trying to hear the Zoom, and then Thursday They're doing them. It looks. Hmm. Oh, there we go. 317. That's all. That's all. Hey, man, they're efficient if there's nothing else in the feds, huh? Like you got it down to 317, not 320, not 315. Wild. Oh, you sent too soon? All right. Whatever that means. Merle's still rolling on others, right? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I think I was lied to about the witness protection, and it was looking crazy. But I mean, I, I don't know. It's that's the craziness about people who betray other people and then testify against them. Like, you don't see it coming. You try to get ahead of it. You see things that are faulty, call them out. I've done it. I call out stuff like that all the time. I'm the one who pointed it out with Merle. But I don't know, man. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what's going on. I didn't know how to or spell Wapner. I had to Google it. Uh oh. Yeah. What's up, Bigfoot? I see you in here, Mike Delcor. Yeah, definitely. Smash the like button, subscribe, all of that. Hit the super thanks, super chat, all of that. So that's the news we got coming from the Rainman stuff. Now that we have more people in here, let's talk about. We'll go with White Plains first, right? Uh, Mid Hudson, Hell's Angels. So, White Plains police, it looks like, were called to an incident at a bar. Somebody from the bar that was at the bar gets a hold of me and says, "You'll never believe what just happened." They said two dishwashers. I don't know it to be dishwashers, but they said two dishwashers uh, just knocked out three Hells Angels and stood down the other two. And I said, there's no way. Well, there's video out there. Obviously, it happened in a bar full of people, like 100 people, or just outside the bar. Yeah, apparently these dishwashers, they or what I'm being told were dishwashers, get into a fight with two prospects, like one punch both of the prospects from the Mid Hudson charter of the Hells Angels. Uh, Another prospect sees this happen and bull rushes the two dudes. He's going to get them 2-on-1. He don't care, right? Doing what he's supposed to as a prospect, if you ask me. So he rushes towards, and they jump him. And the other two people with club vests on were full members. They weren't just wearing a prospect bottom rocker. They were members. They said one member sat in the car and watched and never got out of the car, and another member just ran up and broke up the fight. Didn't even try to get after the dishwashers, right? So in my mind, I'm going, damn, five dudes from Mid Hudson just got shown up by two people that I'm being told were dishwashers at this Firebird Freebird bar or restaurant or whatever in White Plains, New York. I'm waiting for the police blotter to come out. I would like to get my hands on the footage, obviously, just because I'm sick like that. I just like to see stuff like that. Uh, but it's not looking good. I mean, say the two prospects that got put out first. It happens. Nobody's above love being knocked out. It just is what it is. Some people have harder heads than others, but it happens to the best of them, right? UFC fighters get knocked out, so there's no shame in that if they went toe to toe, 2-on-2, and got put down. The prospect that ran in, all the heart in the world, right? He showed hella heart. So if he went running in on two dudes that he just saw knock out two other guys, that's what you're looking for in the club. Well, you would think. But what about the member who came over and didn't engage in nothing? Just watched three dudes get put down. Three of his prospects get put down, didn't even lay a hand on anybody, or the one that sat in the car. And the cops came, they arrested all but the one sitting in the car, because the one sitting in the car didn't. I don't know. I don't know. To those two members of Mid Hudson, you're not looking very good. But the prospects don't look. I mean, it's not a good look to get knocked out, but at the same time, like maybe these two dishwashers were just dogs, right? They were just hogs, just pow pow pow, and they had it like that. So it'll be interesting. I'm sure more is going to come out about this. It always seems to, especially in public. It happened. It's happened in Wallkill, where somebody got their hat taken. Uh, it's happened here. It's happened in Wilmington, where a member got knocked out, and then another member got booked, got poked, and one of the members, I think his name's Hunter, uh, told the cops, "Yeah, that guy right there hit this guy," and it's costed him his patch. Speaking of Wilmington, uh, it looks like, and this is all just starting. And here, I wrote this guy's name down. Uh, well, it's not FU, but shorthand FU, Wilmington 81 or something on TikTok, right? So I go over there, and it's the guy Nick that was on Stax's show, and he started to talk about something that happened with the insurance company, right? Now, it looks like this prospect, his wife or something, his lady worked for an insurance place, right? Well, if you ask me, it looks like this. The SA had her or pressed her to run names, right? Any names, who knows for what. But when you run with the software that insurance companies have, you can look up a lot of information, find a lot about assets, history, credit, things like that. Now, it looks like this Nick guy isn't prospecting for Wilmington anymore, and the SA may have called the boss at the insurance company, which is triggering a federal investigation into this girl running names for the Hells Angels. In the At least in the Fed's eyes. So he may have called the boss on the lady that, and ultimately started a federal investigation into himself, which is crazy because Wilmington just lost a member that they weren't sure if he was a member or a former member of law enforcement or something like that. Uh, and he just left this week, just got put out of Wilmington. So Wilmington has been going crazy with it. If you don't rat pack them right away, shoot a fair one, I guess. Maybe Big Rob Sacto, that's what happened in with Mid Hudson. Was We don't know. Maybe it was a personal beef between the two prospects and the two guys that maybe worked there or something. I don't know much about their background. They said that they were Hispanic. Uh, and they called him the dishwasher. That's all I know. Now that I think about it, I might just be talking to people in the background that are a little white, you know, they got white roots, and they just called them dishwasher. I don't know. Anyway, it goes. Maybe they were giving them a fair one, but then when the third prospect runs in, which he should have, he did exactly what he should have done. Uh, all bets are off. Then, if you remember, the two actual members there sat back and watched it go down. Maybe they just wanted to see how their prospects got down in a situation like that. But to go over there and break the fight up, and then the other one just sitting in the car, like, I don't know. I don't know. You know, Mid Hudson was like a hostile split basically from New Rock. So most of them were members of New Rock. And New Rock used to have a rule back in the day that they had to put somebody's lights out everywhere they went. And I think what I was told was the thought process behind that was then they know New Rock has been here, you know. Mid Hudson, not so much in this situation because it's like, damn, bro. Does it say, does your shirt say fat? No, it says fab. FAB. It's just backwards. It does look like it says fat though. Hey, that's okay, Bo. Bo said my shirt looks like it says fat, and I can't dispute that. I can't. There's nothing I can do about that. It does. Now I'm just gonna be I'm that's what I'm gonna see from now on when I do these lives and I'm wearing a fab shirt. It just looks like fat now. Thanks a lot, Bo. That's cool. A lot got destroyed over the patch. Yeah, the patch over. Oh, now I'd rather hear it from you. Oh, that's you're talking to Bo. I see. 150 in the live. Everybody hits a like, subscribe if you haven't. So anyway, I don't know what you guys think about, you know, and not for nothing, but it came from two completely different people, right? So I got independent verification, right? Two. And one of them was there. At least they say they were there. And it's like, okay, well, if it went down the way that it's being presented, and tomorrow the police blotter on this event should come out. I'm thinking it should, uh, or in the next couple of days, in the White Plains, New York Police Department. And once it comes out, maybe we'll have a better understanding of what happened. But so far, it looks like two dishwashers got the best of, well, five members or prospects of Mid Hudson, which is crazy. So, what's everybody doing tonight? Does anybody, the thing that's going on with Wilmington uh, is wild. I don't even, because I watched the thing on Stacks and then I went and I watched this FU Wilmington 81 page on TikTok, which I watch a lot. I mean, I have members of every club that follow me on social medias, I follow them right back. Very rarely do I follow somebody that's not following me though, but I do. So I kind of watch different social medias, different creators, because every club now it seems has their own specific creators that put stuff out on the internet. I know there's one for the 81 from like New Jersey or Maryland or something, uh, that I follow, shit like that, right? So obviously, this guy starts following me. I go look at what's going on, and I'm not sure if it's the guy running that page that was on Stacks' show, but I think it is. His name's Nick, and so I mean, you start reporting stuff that basically the feds are going to be getting involved with Wilmington, and there's also something else that I was hearing about, a $15,000 reward, something to do with some bangers that were snatched up. You know, I don't know Wilmington. If I'm in Wilmington or close to Wilmington 81, I would worry. I'd worry about it. As a lot's being said, and you don't want the feds involved. And if the SA did that, the sergeant at arms did that, called somebody's work to try and get them fired, and in doing so opened a federal investigation. Damn, bro, you just shot yourself and everybody around you right in the top of the foot. But what did you hear about the prospects and Arby's? That's a real question. Thanks. Ah, we'll have to find out. I haven't heard anything, but I haven't asked. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I just went because somebody got a hold of me and told me about this one. And so I just went and talked to the people that I know in the area about it. And they were like, yeah, bro, it's a wild work going on up there. And Mid Hudson ain't no chumps either. That's the thing. A lot of the Mid Hudson guys are trained a lot. So I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't, I have an idea. I've asked who the members were and all of that. I have a general idea, but at the same time, I'll know more later for sure. What's up, big homie? Shout out from Vegas. Just got out after 184. Let's see. From prison, and I'm on parole until November. Love your channel, bro. Hey, Jonathan Voight, what's up, man? Salute to you. Thank you. Welcome home. Welcome back to the grind, really. Uh, although being up in Nevada and in prison is just like, ugh. Bro, the COs are so raw now. Uh, they were raw when I was in prison, and they're way worse now. It's like they've been getting away with it for so long. So doing time is just, it makes it gnarly up there. What's up, Alan from Boise? What's good with you? For $20. Hey, so everybody, there's I've seen comments about Breeze too. Uh, I'm not going to hate on the guy. I'm just, standing where I'm at. We're just done. Got nothing to do with him. But I don't want to sit and hate on the guy either. It's just, I put the video out. I talked about it. Breeze went on Biker Canada News. He wasn't disrespectful or none of that. Like, I think he's on the same mindset as I am. It seems like, at least from watching him last night, and we're both cool. Just, you know what I'm saying? It was cool, and everything comes to an end. So 9, 10, and 12 quads are the only GP. Everywhere else besides the whole is PC. What? nine through 10, 12. Wow. See, hey, when I was there, last I was there, wasn't that like the dropout gang unit and the PC side of, yeah, it was, because they had the fence when you come out to Chow Hall, go down to 5 and 6. 5 and 6 was the max, right? That was our the max yard, and that fence ran along that side, and on the other side of the fence obviously was like PC and 50-50 and dropout. So now, and then 5 and 6, so what, 3 and 4 weren't even being used at the time. They used that, I think they used three or something, maybe four, for like training and shit. I think that shit was crazy. So only 9 through 12. How is that possible? Have we turned into Cali? Or I just, fuck. It's wild. It's wild. And get at me in the background. Welcome home, Jonathan Voigt. And get at me in the background. I have a lot of questions. And if you need any help when it comes to parole and all of that, like if you need any help with resources or any of that, listen, Jenna Hickson, formerly Jenna Crank, get a hold of her. I know the history there, and some people feel some type of way about Jenna and don't listen. Just get a hold of her anyway. Jenna is doing the damn thing with parole pathways, and she will absolutely help you. She is really making a name for herself in the game when it comes to us, right? So when they moved everybody up from Supermax at Ely, changed everything. Yeah. So when I was there, GP was, like I said, all the way up to 5 and 6, and then I think it was like, I don't think they were next to us though. Maybe it was 9, 10 was like PC. If I don't know, because I never went on that side of the fence ever, right? Uh, I just know that that's how they had us fenced off. What's up, Bob from Biker News Canada? What's up, Joel Laws? Joey Tats, what's good? Joey Tats, that's another person, man. That's my dude. What a goon. Last time I talked to you, we were talking about Mandela effect. Craziness. What do we got? Isaac, salute to you, Isaac. Thank you for everything. Knuckles, I see you, brother. I see you. Let's see. Active GP mainline only. That's right. In the field, and you're not. Yeah, I've never had any PC or 50-50 yard. I don't have that experience in any of that. I just always was on the main line. And it was cool for what it was. I mean, shit. Sometimes it was hectic, sometimes it was boring mostly, you know. Just resource. It's bad. Going to prison sucks. Hope I never have to go through that again. Uh I wouldn't, well, I people say it all the time. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. I wish way worse on my worst enemies, but I just don't have bad enemies like that. Staying GP takes a lot of discipline. Calvin, it does. It's just making the right decision is all. And that's discipline. That's knowing what you, if you could just keep your head clear of the bullshit, analyze things when you see it, you know what I'm saying? Like it's easy enough. Uh just the consequences are higher. In the streets, people do each other dirty. all that. In prison, no, there's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to hide things. There's nowhere to, you know what I'm saying? Uh, Nobody gives a shit. And, you mess around, do something to the wrong person. It's all bad. I had help with my pardon papers. Hey, I'm telling you, listen, uh, definitely get a hold of Jenna Hickson, Pearl Pathways on Facebook. She's helping so many people. She's getting a lot of people out too. Like she's really doing a hell of a thing. Depending on who your parole officer is, man. They gave me a gang PO last parole, and it sucked until it didn't. But for like 15 months, that dude was, I mean, on me, bro. Until I think maybe I was close enough to my parole date, or he just, you know, I was only a couple more months he let up. Maybe he was retiring or something. Who really knows? Biggest L you can take. If you don't make it cool, it don't qualify you. Yeah. Well, I never got my prison priors expunged, and I make six figures in the corporate world. Raymond Reddington says, uh, I've never tried to steal anything. It, it cost money, and I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have looked into it obviously to see what it costs. I had my attorney tell me it was like thousands of dollars to even start. And I was like, "Ah, man, I ain't got thousands of dollars. I'm about to give an attorney over my credit record in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I just don't care enough." So I never did. Never had nothing sealed. What would be the deal with making it difficult to Loader Brothers? Mm, what would be the deal with making it difficult to Loader Brothers commissary from the outside? I don't really know what you mean there, Mitch. I think just the way it's worded, I don't really understand what you're asking me right there. Um, is it hard? It's getting harder. Like you used to get packages. The money was just put on your books. Bam, you fill out the sheet. A couple days later, bags show up in front of your door, right? Kind of like that. Now they have tablets. They have all kinds of craziness that they have packages in some of these counties, and there wasn't none of that back then. There was no like buy coffees and soups and man, you just put money on the books. I want 2 cases of the chili lime soup, and that's that. But now I don't know. They charge your ass. Not for nothing, they charge you too. Even in Nevada, there's like a room and board charge when I was there every month. They just charge you. It's like, damn, bro, you ain't never coming up. They made it hard to put money on the books to try and curb racketeering. I've never had problems putting money on people's books, so uh, I mean, I will say I've been between LA and Florida putting money towards two people, so I haven't really put money on any Nevada books in a minute. But that's shout out Muppet, shout out Chino, trying to keep my homies fed while they were locked down. Muppet's out. He's out there somewhere. Shout out to Muppet. Sound like turn prison into a business in the States. Alex, that's not even privatized prisons, selling stocks. How can you trade stocks for privatized prison companies? Is beyond me. The US per capita imprisons more of its citizens than Russia, China combined. And we're talking, you know what I'm saying? Combined, the U.S. has more people incarcerated per, like it's crazy. We're in true numbers too. It's not even per capita also, but in actual numbers of inmates, America has more people incarcerated than the first two of the next countries, right? Than North Korea, China, and Russia combined. That's insane. Uh, that's our freedom right there, though, right? I looked at the prices on Canteen, and they are crooks too. Listen, every time they change the price on soup, coffee, it was all bad. They're making stupid money off the tablets they're handing out in NDOC right now, and they don't work, Jonathan. They they just don't work. It's the craziest thing. You try to talk to somebody on them tablets, they're down all the time, and then something happens in a unit, which a lot was popping off in. It seems like 11 was getting crazy, Jonathan, lately. It seems like a lot was going on in 11 because I was just getting report after report from people that are saying, "Hey, man, I got a loved one in 11 that's saying something happened." And nine, isn't nine? Well, I don't want to talk about that too much, but uh, yeah, yeah, we'll leave that one alone. Nine's where the toothpick fight happened, and oh, who was it? It was the Nevada gangsters got off on their own, cleaned up their own house. It's crazy, allegedly. But yeah. So the big thing is family members getting a hold of everybody saying, "What's going on? Why are they shutting the tablets off on high desert again?" And then 2 days later, you find out another uh, convict has been sent to the upper room, and they don't ever say why. I think we're at like 30 some odd people already this year that have been taken out, over 200 in the last 2 years, which 2 years makes up for half of the inmates that have been sent to the upper room by the Nevada Department of Corrections in 100 plus years since they started being the Nevada Department of Corrections. So a very small percentage of the years is making up for a vast majority of the deaths in the prison, which is concerning as hell. But what's up, Seabass? I see you. No, no, no. Grow. Prisons for profit. Wish I owned one. No, see, I mean, I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I wish I had the money that they had. Sure, but I don't know. I don't know how they sleep at night. In Las Vegas, there was a municipal judge, Judge Assad, right? And Judge Assad, I've been in front of him. He didn't give me 180 days like he gives everybody else. But so Judge Assad is a municipal judge, meaning the people that he sentences, and they all go to the city jail, right? Well, he owned the commissary company that was selling commissary at the city jail. And he was also notoriously a hanging judge, or Mr. 180, I think was his license plate. This Judge Assad would just give everybody 180 days for jaywalking, shit like that, nothing. And he did it allegedly because he was making money on commissary, especially if you had a paying job or something. You were being sentenced to time. You get 30 days, 60 days, because he knows his company is going to make money by selling you honey buns. And they never went after Assad. Judge Assad's son actually robbed, I believe, the Bellagio on a motorcycle with a motorcycle helmet on, robbed the cage or one of the blackjack tables and ran out with chips, got on his bike and rolled off and got caught. And that was Judge Assad's son. Want to know how much time that kid got for doing that? You should look it up. I should do the story, actually. I'm going to do the Judge Assad story. Holy cow. Now that I think about it, with his son going down like that, his son got like no time for it. Got caught, admitted to it on a bike with a license plate. They knew it was him, caught him with it. That fool did no time. It's crazy. It's we're talking about the biggest casino on the strip, and this kid went in with a banger in his hand. I guess. Thomas McGee. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's the phonetic spelling. It's the English spelling of Assad, not Asada, because I love me some carne asada. But didn't Judge Assad go to prison? No. Judge Assad is now the commissioner of gaming. He's the gaming commissioner. So he every time somebody has to go in front of the gaming commission, Judge Assad is sitting on that now. He did get beat finally after all this came out about his son, him owning the company that sells the wham whams to City. Uh, but he's the gaming commissioner now. I'll tell you what, I don't know Animal Whisperer what religion he is, but I don't know. Could be Catholic. Corrupt judges get put on a gaming commission. Yeah, sounds legit. Hey, that's Las Vegas. Isaac, you're really good at looking stuff up. God, what was his first name? If anybody knows Judge Assad's first name, God dang it. But you should look it up. It's crazy. And Isaac, I know you like to look stuff like that up. George, there you go. Judge George Assad. It's insane. His own son just gets caught just real. I mean, if I did what Judge Assad's son did, I would still be in prison today. If anybody does what Judge Assad's son did, they would be in prison. But because he was a judge's son, he got, I mean, the greatest homie hookup of all time. Got the corner on everything. Yeah. Gaming commission, the boss, good place to be, no doubt. Listen, if you uh, notoriously, at least in the streets, everybody knows about Steve Wynn, right? Steve Wynn is like he's a gangster. He's a gangster. If you're telling Steve Wynn what he can and can't do, you're holding power, right? You're holding power over powerful men, billionaires. Well, I don't know if they're billionaires. I know millionaires for sure, though. I don't know if Steve Wynn's a billionaire or not. He is one of them ones. And not for nothing, Steve Wynn, I've heard stories about. I'm not going to say I've seen it or been there watching it happen or any of that, but I've heard stories from legit gentleman gangsters that have said Steve Wynn still got that back alley in him where he'd drag you out back, break your fingers, and things like that. So yeah, there's he's his own urban legend in Vegas, man. Steve Wynn ain't no joke. I wonder if a judge is on the skim. I mean, it's easy to think that of all judges, right? Now, I will say this, I've been in front of a lot of judges in Vegas, and I've been in front of the worst of all of the judges, right? Because of the area of town that I lived in, we get in trouble in that area, and judges have their district, right? And so I've seen Nancy Glass. Uh, well, in city, I've seen Assad. I saw Seymour Brown, who was notoriously corrupt too, but never like he always hooked me up. I always liked Seymour Brown. But those are in municipal. I've seen Big and Little Bonaventure, uh, both of them class acts, right? Big Joe Bonaventure, as far as a judge goes, is cool as shit. I've seen Tagliati. I've seen, uh, oh God, Mosley. Mosley sent me to prison, and Glass sent me to prison. Um, who else have I seen? And then in Justice Court, bro. Hey, shout out for sending that trophy, that goat trophy. Uh, let me think here. In Justice Court, God, who is the female judge back in the early or the late 90s, early 2000s? She was pretty too. She had that weird accent. It was almost like she had a German accent, but she just, I think, just talked funny. God. What about Douglas Smith? I've heard about Smith. I've never been in front of Smith, I don't think. I saw Bonaventure in the dungeons, Little Bonaventure, I think, in Justice Court. Uh, I've seen, oh God, what is his name? The clean cut little white boy too. God, what's his name? He's dope. He's cool. He was cool. And I think he gave me like a 12 to 30 or something, but he was cool about it. Like he could have broke me off. God, what was his name? Is this a judge? Yeah, yeah. Douglas Smith is one of those. He's one of those. I'm guessing Jonathan, that was your judge. Uh, what about the judge? What about that judge that got the diving fist in Vegas? Hey, look, the bottom line is she got real disrespectful in court. She did. She didn't have to do all that mocking talk to old boy. And he handled his shit on business. And he jumped over. I mean, he came flying from halfway across the courtroom and flew over that desk and and started putting it on her, dude. She got way out of pocket the way she was talking to him. And what do you ran into a real gangster that day, lady. And the way you was talking to him was like you were his wife and he's a cuck. And he wasn't about to have that. He wasn't about to have that at all. Do I openly say you should do that? No, don't ever do that, guys. You know, but on YouTube, do I understand what happened? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She got greasy with his ass and he ran over there and hey, that the clerk was like he was he was yelling, "Hey, that's a judge. You can't do that." Trying to get old boy off him. It's like, no, he just did that. He can do that, and that's what you know what I'm saying. She just found out. She Fafo, right? She just messed around and found out. Can't talk to some. Hey, if this dude is as gnarly as you're putting him out to be, Judge, that's the guy that you want to start running your. You know what I'm saying? Getting disrespectful with. Save it, lady. Keep your distance. I would never be able to make that jump. That was crazy. That was a insane. That dude, he must have been in track in high school because that fool ran and leapt from like the podium basically, where you stand next to your lawyer and he's talking. Yeah, yeah. First time going to prison, 18 years old, was hit with 6 felonies. Now I have 7, and they'll try to keep coming for you too, bro. That's for sure. Uh, that's what they do. It's nonsense. Vegas is an easy place to to just get on the radar with the cops and they'll eat you alive. It's crazy. This last time they must have torn my car apart like 3 or 4 times while I was on parole and just ripping panels off and everything else. And then they just leave it. They're like, oh, we didn't find anything, but because I was on parole, I couldn't say no. They couldn't search my car. Them fools tore my shit up, bro, and they did it just knowing, breaking the clips and shit like that. All bad. You got hit in your hand on Mount Hood and Lake Mead in the trailer estates, bro. Oh no, I don't even mean to laugh, bro. Dang. Trailer estates. What a listen. Welcome to Vegas, right? That's people don't understand. Vegas is it's grimy everywhere too. It, the lakes, Summerlin, all that new stuff going out by Red Rock, all that, bro. There's there is hood people in all of that area. Every one of them. It's crazy. Vegas is wild. Did you see the Odyssey? I didn't. Animal Whisperer, what? Yeah, I hope not. What's up, Critter? From the Sundowners SFV. Salute to you and yours. Salute to the Sundowners SFV. How bad is Monkey? All right, bro. All right, it's like that, huh? That's cool. What's up, Dominic? JW0. Hey, thank you. Would you ever have a debate with George Christie? Yeah, 100%. 100%. And I'll do you one better. I'll give him a respectful debate of what happened. And it don't got to be on my channel. I don't got to make the money on it. I'll go neutral podcast or his podcast. I don't care. Just to sit here and be able to ask him, put the screws to it, right? And just be like, what about this? What about this? And I'm all for that. Same with Chuck Zito. I got nothing against Chuck Zito. If I'm being honest, personality wise, I like Chuck Zito more than I like most of the New York Hells Angels right now. I got nothing against that guy, but I have questions. I definitely have questions. Harley is the only one who has actually like had the nuts to hear me go after him and say, "Hey, fucking let's do this then. Let's get up here, ask me whatever you want." And he had no advanced knowledge of what I was going to ask him, right? But you know, I would like to do that with George and Chuck, especially because they're legends. And it's not like I enjoy going after either of those men. I don't, right? But respectfully, George and Chuck would find your legs. Yes, they would. But let them speak because I've said enough about both of those men to where it's like, you know, I'll never. George says he has paperwork on Rob from Ventura, but then he says he can't show it, and I think that's it's a real problem. It's like, bro, stop. Don't say you have paperwork on somebody if you don't. Or if you were wrong, say you were wrong. 2022 in trailer estates on Mount Hood by some dudes I didn't even know. That's crazier. It posted on my post on my channel. You see, definitely here. Let me I'll go on Facebook and check it out. Unless do you have a channel here on uh YouTube? Let me write that down there. Because if you have a channel on YouTube, bro, everybody go over to Jonathan Voigt. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know you had a channel. I'll subscribe to you. Uh, I got your back, and definitely we'll go see what's up with you. Hell yeah, and welcome to YouTube too. Listen, I can't get enough. I get along with everybody that started doing social media off of out of Vegas, just because. And I tried to explain it a long time ago. It's listen, nobody's going to get caught going after people if they're both from Vegas. We might beef, but we don't say it, right? It just is kind of a Vegas thing where I push everybody who's making content coming out of Vegas, especially. Like it's just a hometown pride, I guess. You know, it's on his channel. I just looked. There you go, Bigfoot. Hell yeah. Well, hey, welcome home. We'll go over there. Uh, I'll ask around about you, obviously, so that I know who I'm dealing with. And we'll start pushing your channel, get you monetized, get you making money. You know, shit, telling stories. Shit, High Desert is even starting out. I had told I don't know how many stories coming out of Nevada now, right? About time that I was in or big cases, right? Things like that. Can't get enough of it, bro. Can't get enough of it. You lived in trailer estates your whole life. Listen, gotta get you monetized and get you out of trailer estates. Gotta move on up in the world. There is a vast world out here, and it is awesome. For real. Never ever jump at your judge like that. You never go on to online retailers to purchase a laser. Oh, yeah. Between this many nanometers with more than 1,000 milliwatts and point it, yeah, point it at a flock cam. Never, ever do that. Isaac's giving up game right here, guys. That place was ghetto. Not was. Listen, it always. And there's just certain look, the historic West Side, trailer estates, uh, Naked City, Donna Street, right? Uh, the Gerson, like there are these neighborhoods, and the Gerson got knocked down. Donna Street's still Donna Street though. Uh, Naked City, still Naked City. Somehow, Naked City has lasted. They haven't knocked it the hell down. Because I remember the first time I ever went into Naked City, I couldn't have been 18, 19 years old, maybe. The last time I was in Naked City, I'm 46 now. I would say I was probably 44 years old. Like, it is Naked City something else. The last time I was on Donna Street, I was 44. First time I went there, I was probably like 15 or 16. Greater West Side, shit. We grew up right down the street from the Greater West Side, so you know, on the side, Casada, almost said Asada. Casada is its own little legendary piece of real estate too. Penwood, all of Penwood is gnarly. Used to throw rocks at kids at Thunderbird Trailer Park and have them chase me. Hey, not the bottle kids. Hey, used to stay at a trailer park behind MLK and the Strip. Okay, so yeah, that's right down there near. That is the historic West Side, uh, by the food bank. So there's a little road that dives in there, and it's right by the train tracks, right? And you hit your left right there, and then you hit an immediate right, and it's all like fenced on both sides of that little but a little bit past the sidewalks on both sides, and it is a dead end. And that is like quintessential. You're in the wrong spot, and it's right off the freeway almost. I don't know if they've changed that or not, but it's right down there by the spaghetti bowl, right? And that's Vegas. Like people, they look at Vegas and they think, oh, just glitzy lights and glamour. Nah, bro, it's disgusting. Growing up in Vegas probably stunted my whole life. It not probably, it did stunted my whole life. But it's Vegas. I'm fine with it. God bless Dottie's Casinos. Sounds like a nice place, no doubt. And now with everybody doing the Fetty Fold, is like zombie land for real. There's a lot of it. It's crazy. I know one time our mayor, I think Salt Lake City was taking people, homeless people, and giving them bus tickets to Vegas. Now, if you don't have any place or anywhere to go or something like that, Las Vegas sounds like a better place than Salt Lake City because sure it gets cold in Vegas and don't get it twisted. It gets real cold in Vegas sometimes. I've seen it snow like a couple of times. Uh Very rare though. But for the most part, it's a climate that you can live in. Now the summertime, I know anytime I did county time, you would see homeless people come in sunburned bad, and they were just trying to get in there, get in that AC basically, taking their tent trespass or something and be able to sit down for 30 days and eat every day and stuff like that. But yeah, Salt Lake City used to send people, homeless people, to Las Vegas for free. Here's a bus ticket, just leave Salt Lake City until Mayor Goodman got a hold of it. And he was like, no, I don't think so. Charleston exit got them folders. Yeah. Charleston in what, the 95 or Charleston and the 15? Well, sort of. No, it'd be Charleston and the 95 on both sides of the 95. Well, sort of. That's Jones. Jones and Charleston. Shout out Alta and Jones, Torrey Pines and Alta, Charleston and Torrey Pines. That's the neighborhood. No need to address the prospects in the Arby's incident. I feel like you're ignoring it, and it's a serious accusation and an event in time. Well, Tiger Boy, Arby's in Reno, dude, answered a question. All right, well, if I'm being honest with you, it's the first I'm hearing about it right now. So get at me, and I'll get at who I know up in that area. I'm definitely not avoiding any questions. Uh, get at me. It's the first I'm hearing of it. Rick, you been to where you was born? We was Kangs. Hey, listen, my sister even sent me the town I was born in because I was talking about this. So Rachel's like, "Oh, you were born in." See, I've forgotten Millington, maybe Millington. I was like, I was there for two weeks as a baby. I don't know, Memphis. That's what I've always told the cops when I get arrested. I'm from Memphis. That's where I was born. I don't. I mean, I've been back to Memphis since then to drive through it and check it out. Don't even stop. Don't even say you stop outside of Memphis where there's like a truck stop before the Mississippi River, right? Dope ass little truck stop. And then you drive your ass through Memphis and all the way out of Memphis and just keep going, right? Then you can stop. Memphis ain't the place. On my way to Harvey's Reno, trust me, bro. I'll send the details. Okay, cool. Sounds good to me. Yeah. Reno's one of those charters. I mean, you got Reno Dave, all of that happened for sure. But Reno's got some really solid members too, right? Uh, a couple, Bobby, solid as hell. Do you know Lunatic? Your banging ain't right, homie. Hey, thanks for sending that to me. If you haven't looked that up, you should probably go on YouTube and look up "Do you know Lunatic?" Then you'll know what we're talking about. I didn't for the longest time. Now I know. Reno's got some. Hey, Nevada's got some of that peanut gallery. Yeah, it's probably one of the more notorious places for all of that. It's the state of sin. Salute VPS. You come a long way. I respect the grind and hustle. Thank you, ZG. Thank you. When I said his name, or yeah, his name, made me think of BG, my homie. The BGs, by the way, terrible spot in Vegas too, off of Lake Mead and Jones. Don't go there. Whatever, Bo. You'll still get a like out of your $1.99 comment right there. Reno Dave has, I believe, been released, but I don't know. That's a crazy ass story. You banging ain't right, homie. Exactly, Isaac. Wild, bro. Wild times. All right, I'm gonna get off of here, guys. Thank you for coming to Vegas Profile Stories. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and we'll see you next time. And if you want to help the channel, Joker, thank you. Joker has sent me money on PayPal. Anybody who sends me money on Cash App, it all just goes right back into the channel anyway. Just always buying stuff or doing interviews and things like that. Some are, I won't say all, most are unpaid interviews that I've ever done, but I like to try and put some money in people's pockets when I can. It just depends on how we've been doing it, you know. Thomas McGee, no. Anyway, Vegas Rick C80 is the Cash App and Chime. Ricky C80 is the PayPal. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Super thanks, super chats. I appreciate all of you. I'm working on this big video right now when it comes to the Where Are They Now? Hells Angels Forever video. And I've already started working on it. So as soon as I can get that out, it'll be a dope ass video for you guys.